I don't train very often because I was always trying to balance my physique with shoulders and upper chest. But I wanted to show you guys a little different variation of what I have done over the past few years. We just did a couple warm-up sets with single arm. So I'm going to do both arms, but what we're going to do is usually around 8 to 12 repetitions, but more importantly is how we're going to do these repetitions. The biggest thing that I want you guys to understand is the way I train is more instinctive, but also with purpose, given the right amount of pump and contraction. A lot of guys have this sense of wanting to go in the gym and go smash all the weights, but you have to have a controlled aggression and being able to feel the muscle all the way through, not both positive and negative. And that's what you're going to see. And I'm still lean enough to where you can actually see the fibers kind of move and activate. For arms, they're not like legs where you want a little bit longer resting period. So I'm usually going in between 1 and 2 minutes. And that's a real 1 and 2 minutes. And a lot of people say, yeah, rest in between 1 and 2 minutes. No, you ain't. You're on your phone, updating your Facebook, doing your extra playlist and all this other stuff. Maybe taking a damn selfie in the mirror. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, goes by and then you lost your pump. No, this is a lot different. Utilizing what's in front of me with the supplements that I'm taking, like with Accelerate and Built, in order to get its full effectiveness, you gotta push yourself. I'm gonna do 5 just like this. Alright, so here we are over the dumbbell rack. You know what time that is. Concentration curl time, but not seated. I'm going to do a variation that we saw over pump and iron with arm pros nigger, how you would do them standing up and just hunched over a little bit. So I've been incorporating that for years, and it's definitely developed some good heat contractions on my biceps. So what we're going to do is grab the dumbbells, point always like in an L shape, and that's what we're going to form. We're going to form a nice L right here. I'm going to jump right into some 10 alternating dumbbell curls. But what I normally do is do all one arm at once, and primarily that's because I want the constant tension for that period of time instead of resting in between by doing one after the other. So one good tip about arms, you have one that's shaped or smaller than the other, you can always increase the repetitions on that side. There's really no identical biceps out there. I remember I was talking to Luke Rigno about that one time. He was asking me, are both the same? And I was like, no. He goes, yeah. It's like, same with me, same with Arnold, same with a lot of those guys. Because you're always going to favor one side over the other. Biceps, now it's time for tries, guys. So here we are over at the rope doing some pull downs. I normally like doing this. I think this is probably the most fan favorite exercise to start your tricep workout. Pretty self-explanatory. We're going to pull all the way down and get a full contraction. We're going to switch just a little bit. Usually isolation starts with foot placement, good balance, and where your back is against this pad. If you're too busy hunched over like this, you're going to be pressing down like this. I just don't understand it. You're starting to get more of your pecs involved too. Which, we're not doing pec day. That was Monday. I like to throw this in normally at the end, but given the gym atmosphere tonight, I wanted to get this in the middle. And sometimes it's always good to change up the order of the actual workout that you have been doing. So a lot of guys will try to change up the specific exercises, try to shock the body. Same exercise you normally do on a daily basis, weekly basis, and then switch the order up. So instead of doing dips first or last, do them in the middle. That's what we're doing. All about muscle activation, guys. I mean, if the muscle's not activating, there's a lot of different problems. I mean, it could be, through a neck injury, back injury, etc. A lot of things happen to do with your misalignment. I carry a lot more muscle than I did when I was younger, so for carbs, I usually can do like some type of potato or white rice. I like the traditional meal, to be honest, but when I'm traveling like this and I'm going in and out, I'll just throw in some whey and then, some creatine, and then I'll eat like 40 minutes later because I want to make sure I'm getting a lot of aminos and protein in right after I train. I know a lot of guys like to talk about carb powders and this and that, but I personally, at this point in time in my career, would rather get in the influx of aminos and proteins, creatine, glutamine, all that stuff, and then eat. Probably because I'm always hungry. All right, that is it for our arm day here at Armburst Pro Gym.